Hi all, welcome to Mathematics with Mr. Charles. Today we are looking at numbers and number sense. Specifically, we're going to solve problems involving integers. Our objectives are to define what is an integer, then we would look at addition and subtraction of integers on a number line. Okay? Now, definition of integers. Integers are negative and positive whole numbers. Okay, negative and positive whole numbers as well as zero. So a few quick examples would be zero. Okay, because zero is an integer. -1, -25. Okay, then you may have 16, okay, 9. All these are examples of integers, right? So integers are positive, okay, positive and negative whole numbers, okay, as well as zero. Good. So let's continue. We have a starter activity that we would complete. And we would complete the activity first by identifying the pattern. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 4 plus 2 is 6, 4 plus 1 equals 5, and 4 plus 0 equals 4. So we have 7, 6, 5, 4. If we continue along that pattern, we would get 3, 2, 1, and 0. To the right, we have 4 minus 3 is 1, 4 minus 2 is 2, 4 minus 1 is 3, and 4 minus 0 is 4. If we continue along that pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4, the next number in the sequence is 5. Then we have 6, then we have 7, and 8. Okay, so we just did all these operations here just by completing the pattern. However, there would not always be a pattern, so we have to establish a few rules. So 4 plus -1 would give us 3. If we have 4 and we want to get 3, we could take away 1. So it follows that 4 take away 1 is also 3. Okay? 4 take away 1 is also 3. 4 take away 2 would also give us 2. Okay, 4 minus 2 would give us 2 equals 2. Okay, and then 4 minus 3 would give us what? 1, right? 4 minus 3 equals 1. And then finally, 4 minus 4 equals, you know it, yes, you're correct, 0. Okay, 4 minus 4 equals 0. Okay, to the right we have 5. 4 take away -1 equals 5. If we add 1 to 4, we would get 5 also. So 4 plus 1 would give us 5. Okay, 4 plus 1 equals 5. Alright, then 4 plus 2 is equals to, okay, you're correct, 4 plus 2 equals 6. Alright, 6. Alright, 4 plus 3 equals what? 4 plus 3 equals 7. Okay, 7. And finally, 4 plus 4 equals 8. 4 plus 4 equals 8. So you may be asking yourself, why is Mr. Charles working out those easy problems? Okay, it's because, well, I know you already know 4 minus 2 is 2, and 4 minus 3 is 1, and so forth, and 4 plus 3 is 7. But what I want you to realize is that if you have 4 plus -1, that would give you, that is the same as 4 take away 1. Okay, Now, because I don't want, when you see the sign in the two signs in the middle there, I do not want you to get confused, okay, and not know what to do. So we have a negative and a positive sign inside here, so that means we have to subtract, okay. So that's why we get 3. Okay, we have 2 negative signs inside here, that means we have to add. That's why we get 5. 4 plus 1 is 5, that's why we get 7 here. 4 plus 3 is 7. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Okay, good. Now let's delve into addition and subtraction of integers on a number line. Now all addition and subtraction questions can be solved on a number line. Okay, the number line is a very important tool. So let's consider negative 4 plus 5. Okay, and 3 take away negative 2. Both of those expressions can be separated or may be separated into parts. 3 parts. The first part, which will tell us where to start our movement from. The second part, which will tell us in what direction to look forward in our movement. Okay, so where are we looking to move to? Okay, or in what direction are we moving? That the second part of the expression will tell us that, and the third part of the expression will tell us how many places in that direction we are moving. Okay, so the first part for here, negative 4 plus 5, the first part is negative 4. Okay, negative 4. All right, the second part is the positive sign. Okay, so the second part is plus. Okay, down here the second part is minus. Alright, the third part is 5. Okay, let me use a different color. The third part for the first expression is 5. The third part down here is negative 2. Okay, and the first part here is 3. Alright, the first part is 3. So we could use these values to solve or find the answer to these expressions, or the value of these expressions on a number line. So let's do that. Good. So remember, the first part tells you where to start. Okay, so let's look at negative 4. Negative 4. Oops, that's too big. Okay, we're looking at negative 4 plus 5. Okay, negative 4 plus 5. The first part is negative 4. Okay, negative 4 is the first part. The second part is plus, a positive, which means we're going to move to the right. And the third part is 5. Okay, the third part is 5. So since the first part is negative 4, we must start our movement from negative 4 on the number line. So this is negative 3, this is negative 4 here. Okay, this is negative 2. Alright, negative 6, negative 5. Just putting back the values. So we must start at negative 4. Okay, so we're starting here. The second part tells us in what direction to move. So I'll just write it here. If, okay, if second part, if the second part is positive, second part is positive, okay, which means that it's a plus sign. Okay, move right, or move right. No, that's a big R line. Okay, so if the second part is negative, we move right. If, and I'm using shortcut here, if the second part second part is negative. So if the second part is positive, we move right. If the second part is negative, you would move left. Left, L-E-F-T. Okay, so be mindful of those two rules. Another rule you should know about is that if the third part, okay, another rule, if the third part is negative, if the third part is right, if the third part is negative, we move in the reverse direction. Move in the reverse direction. So in other words, if the second part was positive and you were looking to move right, the third part being negative would mean you have to now move left. Okay, so you move in the opposite direction. So if the third part is negative, move in the the opposite direction. Okay, opposite, I-T-E, direction. Okay, and of course the number after the negative sign will tell you how many places in that direction you're moving. Okay, so be mindful of that. Good. So be mindful of those rules. Again, I'll repeat them. If the second part is positive, then we move right. If the second part is negative, we move left. If the third part is negative, we would move in the opposite direction that the second part told us to move in. Good. So let's go back to that page here. Now we have -4 plus 5. The first part is -4, so we must start at -4 as we rightly identify there. Okay, the second part is positive, so in what direction would we face? Yes, we would face the right. Okay, we would face right. So from -4, okay, we would face right. We're not moving yet. Now the third part is positive, so we would continue to move right. Okay, +5, so which means we have to move 5 places to the right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we get 1. So it means that, okay, -4 plus 5 equals +1. Okay, and that's our answer there. Good. Let's look at another question. Okay, just erase that. Okay, erase this. Alright, and I'll have to put back the numbers. So let's look at 3 minus -2. 3 minus 3 take away -2. We want to find out what's the answer. Okay, now the first part is 3 and the second part is minus. Okay, the third part is -2. Right, so we must start at 3. Okay, this is 3 here, so this is where we're starting. Okay, we're starting at 3. Then we're gonna move we're gonna face left because the second part is negative. Remember here, if the second part is negative, you move left. So we are looking to move left. Okay, so I just put a little arrow showing that we are looking to move it left. Okay, notice I put it right above the tree because we're not moving yet. Okay, the third part is negative. So because the third part is negative, we have to move in the opposite direction to left of right. So we move right. Negative 2, we have to move 2 places in the opposite direction. 1, 2. Okay, so we get positive 5. So therefore 3 take away negative 2 is equal to positive 5. And that's our answer. Okay, so that's it. So remember the rules. Okay, the first part tells you where to start. The second part tells you what direction to move in. Okay, if the second part is positive, you move to the right. If the second part is negative, you move to the left. The third part tells you how many places in that direction you are moving. Right? If the third part is negative, you move in the opposite direction to the direction you were told to move in the second part. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you very much. It has been a pleasure.